pretty strong start, and that seemed to, when you look at the final margin, seemed to be the difference in the end, the way you just blew them out of the water in the first half.
Yeah, I said to the group just then that you don't realise at half time, but the work done at half time is the end result. You just never know how games are going to progress, but yeah, I think the way we set the game up in the first half is obviously the reason why we got the job done.
And of course, the performance by your captain, just a marvellous effort from Darcy Moore, wasn't it?
Yeah, remarkable. Yeah, he just at times you think he was the forward, like he just outreads the opposition, and he's playing on incredible players. They're not no mugs in the game, and he just outpositioned them. He just had a day out, didn't he?
Is he the best keeper in the competition right now, Fly?
Well, I haven't seen every one. We haven't played everybody, but you love your own more than others, I suppose. But yeah, the way he's playing right now is at the top of his game for sure.
Can you just tell us about that matchup? I mean, it was really intriguing on the day. He spent a lot of time on Charlie Curnow, played quite well as well. But talk us through that during the week. You're planning for Curnow and Moore.
Well, you always think of your threats, and those two are considerable threats. We don't have second tall at the moment. We're playing undersized with Murphy and Maynard and these guys. So, you have concerns around have we got the height to go with Harry, and ideally we put pressure on the ball and it's less of an issue for us. But Curnow's he's a great forward of the game. He's athletic. He jumps at the ball. So we thought that was a good matchup for Darcy. But yeah, again, if they get high, we want to have certain matchups. If they're deep, we want to have certain matchups. And it wasn't something we go into the game going, he must play on so and so. But it was really pleasing to come on top on that matchup.
Did you have an intent to play on early and get speed on the game early?
I think we do that most weeks, Pete. We do like to use our numbers up if we can, and then take challenge the opposition. We're a fast starting team. I think the Crows were number one starting team in the competition first quarters, and we've had a similar record over the season. So we want to hit the ground running. This group's hard to stop when they move the ball fast.
Last week, Adam Kingsley said that you guys are one of the best teams in the comp in terms of stopping a team from scoring while they have the momentum. And it seemed like in the third quarter you really came to the fore again in that department. Like Carlton were really coming, but they only kicked one goal. Yeah, I was really pleased with that. I'd said that at three-quarter time. The arm wrestle of games that comes, and they did have momentum of territory, and whether it was free kicks or lost clearance, whatever it looked like, the game was played in the defensive half more than it was in the first half, and to keep the opposition to low numbers, we can't choose or pick when they miss goals, but we can definitely decide or force them into positions where they're having shots from wide or whatever it looks like. So it is a pleasing part of a game that teams haven't got momentum on us too much in recent time.
Can you talk us through the late change? Was that due to Jack being unwell late in the week, or was that something you were always considering?
No, we were calculated thinking on Friday when we finalised the team that we thought, well, we don't necessarily need to name him in the team, that the rules allow you to name your squad, and we'll just make that change, that late change accordingly. It wasn't weather-based, it was... we're just waiting to see what Jack whether he was going to be fit and well, and then we had other options up our sleeve, but we thought we'd bring Darcy into our starting 22.
Were those two close to missing at all, Ash Johnson and Jack Enemy, just because of the illness?
Potentially, yeah. Like they had to prove themselves on Saturday. Friday afternoon, they hadn't trained, and we're just looking for them to get better. So to that point, they probably were.
How do you see Darcy's first game back?
Yeah, well, he's an important part to us. It allows Ash Johnson to stay forward more, and then we'll have Dan McStay back in a couple of weeks, and Billy Frampton back in a couple of weeks. So then you get a bit bigger bodies to be able to then have play a certain way. Like I said this last week, in adversity and injury, we've got players playing multiple roles now, so we've got some flexibility amongst that.
And the mark from Johnson was pretty big on in the second one.
Yeah, we want our players to express themselves. Have you seen my shoes?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen them. Have a look on my way out. They're doing a bit, but Tani Jarvis, who designed our jumpers, asked us if we want to wear the shoes or if we can paint the shoes, and they tell a story around family. And I said before the game to the boys, I said, every time you look at my shoes, make sure you express yourself. And it's pleasing that Ash did that.
You turn your mind to having some of those players back, and Jeremy Howe's another one potentially back, and how the team might look?
Every week tends to change and shift, so it's hard to forecast too far. But we'll probably get Lipinski back, Billy Frampton, and one other. I can't think of it at the moment, but they'll be back Sorry? Oh, Dan McStay, yeah, sorry. Those guys will be back around 2 or 3 weeks. So, they're in our best 22. It's just a matter of what that looks like and moving parts of that. But every week changes, from illness and injury. Well, good. Thanks guys.